Um, and we're live with day 2 of Alexander Raids. I'm hoping to finish it today, but probably won't. Anyway, without further ado, let's just get into it. We aren't. Lord Fred trusts with an important task. Woo! Call. Round Rocks thinks long and hard on what to do with precious glowstone. It is most favoritist treasure of Round Rocks, but glowstone is also what Mide seeks all this time, and has already brought Round Rocks 3 whole years of joy. So Round Rocks decides to give it to Mide so she can be happy too. For now, Round Rocks entrusts treasure to Uplander to give to Mide at next meeting. Even meanest Gobbies dare not try to take glowstone from mighty Uplander. Round does not know where Mide is now, but she often gazes out on giant of worldly cogs from broken watercross. Maybe Uplander finds her there. From afar, that massive steel has a certain majesty, does it not? But something tells me you didn't come here to share the view. What is it? Roundrocks means to give me the Codex fragment. I couldn't possibly accept. She values that stone over the rest of her treasures combined. And yet, it may be safer in the hands of one more capable of defending it. Safe for all concerned. Gods know the Illuminati will stop at nothing to get it. Very well. If she feels I should have it, I will hold it in safekeeping for her. Last, it is of no more use to me than any other rock. You doubtless recall the moment when Roundrocks first revealed the Codex fragment to us, yes? When she took the stone in her hands, a piece of the Enigma Codex burst forth unbidden in a brilliant flash of light. Yet it had been handled many times by others, yourself included, without ever betraying a hint of the secret contained within. Did you not find that strange? I myself was surprised, albeit for a different reason. The Codex is protected by an arcane mechanism, you see. Only those who share its fundamental principles are able to view its contents. It is rare indeed to find an individual with the qualities required to read it. That Roundrocks possesses such qualities is an unexpected blessing, to be sure. But if the Illuminati were to learn of her secret, she would be placed in grave danger. Even as we speak, they scour the hinterlands in search of their elusive missing piece. But as far as I know, they still view our friend as a mere collector of misplaced items. For her sake, we must do our utmost to draw their attention away from Big West Shortstop before they take it into their heads to return, and it is for that reason that I mean to leave this place. When the Illuminati learn that I have the fragment, it's my hope that they will focus their efforts on ascertaining my whereabouts. Needless to say, I may not return to Big West Shortstop for some time. While I'm gone, I would ask that you watch over Round Rocks, see that she does not come to harm. You have my thanks, adventurer. As I thought, I am no longer worthy. Pushko, Wedge searches for Uplander with much urgency. Uplander must return to Big West Shortstop at once. Pushko! There you are, John, and not a moment too soon. The Illuminati are getting ready for something big. Ishtola reports that Alexander started drawing massive amounts of ether from the surrounding land, which can only mean one thing. The Illuminati have resumed their attempts to revive it. And what's more, Backrix reports that the goblins are amassing substantial quantities of explosives and supplies. By all indications, they're building another weapon. In short, it's bad. But it's nothing a bit of strategic thinking can't fix. They say he who strikes first strikes last, and that's exactly what I tend to do. I advise a plan which would allow us to take the Illuminati unawares, and I'd like you to spear the assault. Our rendezvous point is to the south on the cliffs overlooking the Thaliag. Biggs has gone ahead to scout the area. We shall await your arrival there. Interesting. In a ferry. And that would be why. John, good to see you. I take it Wedge told you the situation. You ready to hit the Illuminati where it hurts? That's what I like to hear. The chief will be here soon, then we can get things underway. Boy else, if it ain't Nishtola, no one told me you were coming. An etheric disturbance of this scale demands my personal attention. Judging by the marked fall in ambient ether concentrations, the situation is far graver than previously assumed. I want that staff! I want that staff specifically, but they don't offer it at all. When you're certain that steel monstrosity is to blame. Hold up. There we go. I can see no other explanation. The giant's innards are well nigh saturated with ether already, yet I sense something else, an irregular energy coming from within the barrier. Be that as it may, I'm afraid we have more pressing concerns. The Illuminati are up to something, and we mean to hit them before they can put whatever it is they're planning into action. To which end, the game just shook. And let me introduce my newest and perhaps most astounding invention. The Electro Jammer Mark III. First of its kind. No, it's the third of its kind. Speeches with astonishment, I see. As well you should be. The high-frequency waves emitted by this device will interfere with any and all enemy communications, making it impossible for them to coordinate an effective defense. With it working in our favor, victory is all but assured. I see. So assuming I have understood correctly, you need only activate this electro jammer of yours, and the Illuminati will be plunged into disarray, affording John and his friends ample opportunity to take them unawares. Very well, proceed. Look, just point me where I'm supposed to go, Unga Bunga. Or Wedge, is this supposed to happen? No. Or maybe yes. Bloody hells. Well, that's terrifying. You've woken it up! Nay, only the left arm stirs. Could the waves emitted by your device have disturbed something within the barrier, Wedge? It's not my fault. Kick him. Not to worry, Wedge. With the Illuminati hard at work reviving the giant, it was only a matter of time before parts of it started springing to life. You should give this one... You just gave this one a little extra nudge. On a brighter note, it would seem you've saved us the trouble of finding another way in. John, old friend, it's time for your customary heroics. The Illuminati are likely still scrambling to work out what just happened. Before they do, I suggest you hop across the river and show them what for. I must needs discuss these developments with Master Matoya. Sid, would you be so good as to accompany me? Unisa may well prove useful. Pushko, another core stirs to life. The future unfolds exactly as expected, exactly as written. Pushko, all planet feels shivery shakes. Arm of steel giant is wide open and no Illuminati in sight. Fists of the Sun, now accessible. Oh, the shivery shakes. I need a bit more on the this one, astronomy. Is there astronomy? Yeah. Interesting that red mage now is higher level than samurai. When samurai was higher before. Edwalker. Mm. The average wait time just dropped from 16 minutes to 9 minutes. That's good, I guess. We're in at like 12, 13 minutes wait, which is, it's fine. Old content, no one wants to do it. And I'm a bit tired, so. Realistically, I shouldn't have streamed today, because I didn't really sleep. F8. Um. Interesting. I don't like the maze like aspect of it. I got stuck, but my derpiness aside. Oh. I would not be able to tell you what just happened there. I have no clue what happened. Someone's actually in scrubs. That's funny. I didn't even know that was a possibility. Oh. I need. And now we wait for. Was my bedroom door opened? There we go. I was like, do you want the items? Like, I was confused. Well done, lad. You left those Illuminati smarting, and without so much as a scratch to show for it. Now, I'm sure you'd like to finish them off, and we would too, if truth be told. But I'm sorry to say we have a problem. While Wedge and I were out on patrol, we saw something, you see. A meeting between Might and the enemy. Fuck's sake. Why do all the characters I like have to be the enemy? And then she handed the Codex fragment over, just like that. The way she sauntered back into Alexander with Illuminati. You think this was their plan all along? It sure looks that way, aye, but we can't rule out the possibility of coercion, considering the parties involved. Pushka, foolish uplanders. Treasure Hunter was happy to give Codex. And why not? She makes busy deals with the Illuminati since the very beginning. And now Illuminati hold all fragments of the Enigma Codex. Treasure Hunter betrays uplanders' trust and forfeits their future in so doing. What a load of old bollocks. How daft does he think we are? Now, Biggs, if the Grand Master of the Illuminati said it, it must be true. Pushka, everything is as written. As it must be. If Illuminati are to guide chosen to perfect world, not one piece can be out of place. With this, another page becomes reality. When Illuminati find missing piece, the prophecy will be fulfilled. Goodness me, that goblin hasn't the faintest idea how Blender's minds work. I would have been prepared to believe that Mind was a traitor had he not bothered to come here and confirm it. Now I'm inclined to think she isn't. Bushka, there may be truth to what Quick Think says. Backrick scours over data, looking for knowings of what happened 3 years ago. Backrick finds mention of a group of Auri treasure hunters. 3 years ago, group went to investigate ruins near Thalic River, only to perish in sudden shivery shakes. 3 years ago, you say, that wouldn't be the earthquake that accompanied the failed summoning of that primal, would it? Bugger me, are you saying it was the treasure hunters doing the summoning, and that Maid was one of them? Now hold on a moment, I'm willing to accept that Maid may have been a member of this doomed expedition, she being an Ori treasure hunter, and all. But I fail to see what interest such a group would have in the ideals of the Enigma Codex, let alone summoning a primal. Pshka, such was question Bakrix asked himself, so he spends much time gathering knowings. He finds answer in book lent him by Charlene Upliner. Genius technology who writes Enigma Codex 100 years ago is Ore Zayla with blue hair, exactly like Maid. Pushka, no, Maid would never make busy deals with bad gobbies. Roundrock searches for Maid, hears truth from her. Roundrocks, wait! Roundrocks, you're the missing piece! Don't do this! Oh. Oh boy! The folly of youth begs Ziggler to press on into Alexander's steps. If you're worried about Roundrocks, don't be. Wedge won't let her come to any harm. Truth be told, I'm more worried about this business with Maid. Still, we should be careful of making any rash decisions, as you can bet that's what the Illuminati want. For now, I reckon we should give her the benefit of the doubt. Innocent till proven guilty and all that. And anyway, we've got more pressing matters to deal with, namely taking back that Codex fragment and pushing on into Alexander before the Illuminati have a chance to shore up their defenses. You ready for another route? Good. The sooner you get going, the better, I reckon. Oh, and when you're in the belly of the beast, be sure to break something for me. Eh? Uh, how many times is the song gonna loop? Oh my, I can't English. I'm too tired for this. I figure while I wait, I might as well kill things and level up Dragoon. See, it all works out. Not terrifying at all. I'm getting even worse tunnel vision than I normally do. I don't think this stream was a good idea. But we're committed, so. Oh, jeez. So they have raid wides. That's. Sure. That also works. Okay, what was the message I got? Oh. Uh. Okay. Before I finish the quest, I'm gonna BRB. Okay, I'm gonna finish the quest and then end the stream because I am too tired. I was like falling asleep on my way to use the bathroom, and on the way back, I'm falling asleep. So yeah, we're just gonna finish up the quest, and then I'm gonna end. I can't do this today. John, you haven't seen Ronox, have you? I was looking forward to hearing about the new treasure she's found. I see. Well, I will not lie to you. Some of it is true. I did meet with the Illuminati, but that is not the whole story. Allow me to explain. I did not expect to be falling asleep while walking. I didn't sleep last night, that's why. And I'm kind of uncaffeinated, so. You're saying you handed over the Codex Fragment to stop the Illuminati from coming here and taking it? I don't know why I paused there. Yes, but the fragment handed over to them was not but a stone picked from a pile of rubber. The true Codex Fragment is here, safe and sound. So the only part of that entire thing that's true is she met with the Illuminati and gave them something. I bloody knew Quick Things was lying. The way he told me, you've been working with the Illuminati all along. Load of old bilge, a lot of it. I am afraid not. Quick Things told you true. In fact, it was I who first taught the goblins how to summon the primal. I meant only to use them for my own ends, of course, much as I did you. The author of the Enigma Codex was an ancestor of mine. The creation of the so-called perfect world proposed within it has long been the goal of certain members of our tribe, myself included. For years we strove in secret to realize its high ideals, free of the twisted elitism which seems to have infected the Illuminati. During that time, there was one who served as our leader, a man who made us believe that our perfect world was within reach, a man with whom I fell in love. I wish for nothing more than to see his dreams come to fruition. So blind was my devotion, I agreed to help him summon a primal without a second thought. The danger to our lives never even crossed my mind. But on that day 3 years ago, I came to know the folly of our mission. In an instant, the infernal machine laid waste to our hopes, snuffing out the lives of my companions, and the man I loved was dragged into its core. In a last desperate attempt to make right our mistake, I called forth a barrier with which to seal Alexander. At that moment, however, the Codex shattered, and the Colossus vanished without a trace. When the dust settled, I found myself surrounded by the broken fragments of the Codex, the cold, accusing remains of our dream of a perfect world. Remnants, not remains. Although, I think remnants actually does mean remains, so... I could be wrong on that. English is not my forte. It's not even my first language. I very much could be wrong on that. Oh, and that's when the scar came. You can see it's like fresh and shit. It's much thinner now. We were fools to think only of the future. I didn't realize it until my friends were gone. By the time we spent on our journey together, pursuing a shared dream, those moments were as precious as any paradise we could have hoped to build. It's a sad old tale, I'll give you that. But it doesn't explain why you had the Illuminati summon the Primal, or why you had us help you infiltrate it. After everything you've been through, you can't seriously think any good will come of reviving Alexander. You all but said as much yourself. Good has nothing to do with it. Understand, I did not act out of any lingering adherence to my old ideals. I simply wanted to see him again, and perhaps walk to the ends of the world with him. Him? We're on time. Okay, I really want this cutscene to end. Pshka, Maid cannot mean Alexander. No, she means the love of her life. Not Alexander itself, but the soul I believe still resides within. The boy! Okay. She's working for her own aims, third aim, not Illuminati, not us. Us is just destroy the thing. Anyway, it's fine. It's fine. She's not a villain. I can like her guilt-free. Soul of Uplander sleeps in giant machine. Never has Backrix heard such nonsense. Maid must abandon this. Now's not the time. And actually, we have seen souls survive being inside a primal. Hythlodeus, Elidibus. Those are the only two we know whose names we know of. But yeah, them, the ancients of 10,000 years ago or whatever. Anyway, I've got one more question to ask you. What happens when all the Codex fragments are brought together? Alexander was born from hearts that yearned for a perfect world. The writings of the Enigma Codex inspired such a desire. But they are more than just a collection of text. The Codex can also be used to control the primal. To be precise, two elements are required, a complete Enigma Codex and one capable of reading it. When both are present, Alexander can be commanded to transport its residents wherever they choose. She clearly cannot read it. I myself was once able to read the Codex, but those days are long gone. Now the fragments are as dead to me as the stones beneath my feet. There is another, however, to whom the Codex still responds, one we all know quite well. Yes, and I wish this cutscene would end. What, Round Rocks? Are you saying that little girl is the key to controlling a bleeding primal? Bleeding. And Round Rocks is it. Round Rocks. Round Rocks has been captured. Yep! You are a useless little munchkin. I prefer Tataru. Anyway, as I was saying, because I had zero sleep last night, I'm gonna end off here. And, I'll be back tomorrow. I don't know if I'll do like a really early boys stream. Probably will, actually, doing the second half of what is part 2. I'll be back tomorrow morning. If not, Monster Hunter Mondays. That's still a thing.